can't find my earphone. I don't know where it's at. Yeah, I know it there. Fix this. Welcome, welcome. Notes, listening music. Alright, need to kind of take my mind off a few things regarding Jamaica and the hurricane for a little bit. So this is just one way for me to kind of de-stress. Yeah. How about you? Where are you joining in from? Oh, you're from Alaska? Okay, nice, nice, nice. I was thinking that I have you guys on my page. I'd love for you to go ahead and look at my video regarding the GoFundMe page. All right, I know I'm not gonna jump off right now, but listen before I go. All right, just go ahead and check out my GoFundMe page. Go onto the GoFundMe page and donate if you're able to. If you don't want to do on my GoFundMe page, you have other internationally recognized fundraisers that are available. You have the Salvation Army. You also have Food for the Poor. Which other one? You have the International Red Cross. Go ahead and donate to them if you're in the position to do so, because we have Hurricane Melissa that is, giving Jamaica a warm time right now, and there's going to be a lot of devastation from that. So I did create my GoFundMe page just to help with that. The recipients will be posted on my page as well. So if you're in a position to help, feel free to do so and assist. All right. And just get the word out. You can send it to one of two of your friends that definitely will be able to participate. All right. Well, that's about it in a nutshell. So you're from Alaska. Okay, okay. Are you in this place in Alaska? There is a community in Alaska that is in a building. Are you in one of those? Are you in that building? That small community? A friend of mine was going there to work. She had accepted a nursing contract there. She was telling me about the place, and I saw it on YouTube where someone was giving a tour, and it was like just like a regular building, and that was the entire community. That was the entire community there. They had their little supermarket. There was a nurse. There was a police on duty at the post office. Hi, Tika. How are you doing? How are you doing? Where are you joining in from? Yeah. Skylar, welcome, welcome. How are you? Um, I remember to go ahead and tap up the live. You can also follow me. All right, I'm a nurse. I do share a lot of nursing content related to nursing, travel, and lifestyle. Talk a lot about being an international nurse. If you have questions and you want to move to the States here, I can help you with that. Not a like, you know, a transitional specialist, but based on my experience, I can talk about that and see how I can, you know, help you. Working in the States, you know, any questions like those, you can feel free to ask me and I'll answer them for you. What else? Yeah, and as I say, you know, I have my page. I am trying to do this to the GoFundMe to help with, you know, victims of Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. So feel free to go ahead and look at that as well and contribute as you see it fit. Yeah. And just check out the other contents on my page. I have a lot of information on my page that I posted. I've done a few live streams, not a few, a lot of live streams I've done with nursing content. We do study sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we do like, you know, questions for NCLEX as well as the RENR, which is a regional exam for nurses. If you're a nurse, you will benefit. Even if you're not a nurse, you still definitely benefit from the contents that is being, you know, discussed. But we try to have a comprehensive study session on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As we talk about Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't think I'm going to be doing a nursing live stream this evening at 7 p.m. I'll post it on my page. Yeah, I'm just not, you know, with the fact that, as I say, you have a Category 5 hurricane heading into Jamaica, I'm not going to really feel like I'm in the mood to be sitting down and do anything. As I say, I should have been at work today and I'm not working because home is where the heart is. And right about now, given the fact that the entire country is being affected, is at a standstill because of the hurricane, I just don't want to, you know, I want to just kind of focus on Jamaica and the people that are there and yeah, take the time off with them as well. So I don't think I'm going to do the nursing live stream tonight. I'll come back probably tomorrow or Thursday. I'll definitely be on Thursday. But tonight, because today is when it's actually, I think it's just making, you know, it's making a landfall right now, just about now or so. It's supposed to be doing the direct hit. It has been stalling. It has been moving so slow. It has been going just as, you know, like it's going probably like 7 miles per hour, them say. So, you know, it's really, really going slow. And I think the 7 miles per hour, it actually increased because it was going at what, 2 miles per hour? Who drives at 2 miles per hour? Yeah, so you can know that it is going really slow. So they're getting a lot of rain and wind, especially in the area that is going to be getting the eye of the storm. They've been getting a lot of rain and wind, and it not look good down there. There hasn't been like significant flooding as yet. So let's just hope between now and 2 o'clock in the morning, because they say around 2 o'clock in the morning it should leave out of the island. Let's just hope that at that time it's not like, say, significant flooding. And if there is any flooding, Lord, I just hope it's something that, you know, the folks can recover from, because especially that area that is going to be a direct hit. Yes, they're the breadbasket of the country. So you don't talk about St. Elizabeth, St. Santa Cruz, that side. They're the breadbasket of the country. And just think of it that they've just been recovering from, or still in the process of recovering from, Hurricane Beryl that had devastated, you know, that same area. And then to have another tropical, you know, hurricane coming back with this full force, it is going to be something that is going to be devastating. And that's why I say I created my GoFundMe page, because every help is going to be needed. So this is just my little way of trying to do something additional, useful with my YouTube page and my TikTok page, right? Yeah, man. This is just one way for me to do it. So as I say, if you are interested, go ahead and support the page. You will find the recipients. So whatever donation we get, they will be posted on my YouTube page in the playlist that is labeled as, you know, community outreach. Because as I say, my page is supposed to be about, you know, community outreach as well. I really want to do like a lot of give back. Want to do like wellness checks and all of those things as a group, like a group of us from the page. we'll team up together and go to different places to what policy and help out. So if it was up and running, you know, then it would have been a really good time to use the platform to give back. But it's still pretty new, so November 11. Okay. So that's just it. Hopefully, you know, years from now, I'll be able to get the foundation registered. I'll get the foundation registered, and we can do, you know, great things through the foundation, helping different communities that are affected, not only in Jamaica, but, you know, in the Caribbean or even in the States here. Because I'll always say, to have patients that are without, you know, they need some simple things. Some of them need a mattress, some of them need a bed, some of them need a wheelchair, cane, you know, their medications filled. Some of them need food. So there's a lot of things you can actually do with the funds. And so I really want to start and do something that will help them. Hey Flash, thank you. And so do you. Or yeah, so Jesus loves you and so do I. That's what I wanted to say. All right. But thank you so much though. All right. Yeah, so that's what I really want to do. And as I say, you have Hurricane Melissa coming through now. It's a good time to try another GoFundMe page, because I did one before for Hurricane Burial, but I think I got probably like $300. I got $300. It's still $300 that we never have. You understand? And I know it came from mostly, like, you know, around the circle, like friends and family members. So, but it's still, you know, persons contributing. So this time I'm hoping that, given the fact that this is a category 5 and it is going to be like a direct impact on the island, I'm just hoping that we will have more money coming in so we can help out more persons. We might not be able to do, like, you know, everybody might not be able to get back all of the things, but in terms of food, because I know definitely that's going to be something that is scarce. Because even at the time, you know, prior to, in terms of preparation, I know that some places were short on certain things. And we know that, you know, it's going to be even worse, because some communities are going to be, like, you know, cut off. You have Flatbridge right now that is like totally flat and it's just like water. All right, it's a flat bridge, really. That's to give it the name. So it's like a little flat bridge. You only have like one vehicle that can actually pass. And it is actually covered in water. So there are different places if you want, you know. There is a page on here. Thank you, Tina, for that gift. I really appreciate that. All right. But there is a channel on the YouTube here called See Jamaica. You can always just go on, you can always go on the page and you'll see videos of different places in Jamaica, live footages for different places in Jamaica, that if you are interested and you want to see what's going on in one of the parishes down there, how, you know, bad the storm is or the hurricane is, you can click on it and you'll see the live stream. You'll see the you'll definitely see the flat bridge, because last night I was watching it because it was, you know, it was passable at the time. No, there is nothing more than just water. You understand? So feel free to go on and look at different live streams that are going on in the country right now on this page. So all of these are live streams across, you know, different pages that you can look at. And as I say, they are, what is it called? See Jamaica. That's the page. All right, so you can look at it. They have the flat bridge. Let me see how far flat bridge is right now. Because years ago, flat bridge used to get, you know, you'd see that flat bridge is covered, but you wouldn't even, you don't even know how it happened. But you could actually see the different stages on the live stream here, where in the next 1 hour, 2 hours, it was like completely covered in water. Some persons were saying, well, how far is it now? So yeah, so you'll see like the bridge. We'll see if we can see it. So that's like the bridge. It was supposed to be there. That's a road. a bridge, and it's like covered entirely in water right now. So you know, there's a mermaid is in that bridge. I don't know how true it is, but people say that mermaid in there. Yeah. All right, so definitely look at you can look at that to get an idea of what's going on in the country, and definitely check out my page. Oh, let me see if I can pin it onto. Definitely check out the GoFundMe page and see if you can contribute. And as I say, you're not obligated to contributing to my GoFundMe page. You have other pages out there or bodies out there that are internationally recognized, and you're probably a little bit more comfortable with doing so. You have the Red Cross, you have Salvation Army, you have, who else? You have a ton of companies out there, or, you know, foundations out there, charities that are out there. Feel free to go ahead and contribute to them if that's where you want to, you know, do your thing. It's okay to do so. So go out there and contribute. It's for international aid. Jamaica is out there being affected. More than likely, you know, they're going to be sending down persons to help, and your contribution can go a long way back to helping them. So if you don't feel as though you want to go through my GoFundMe, their pages are there. All right, and then from there, but they're gonna be needing a lot of relief. I am anticipating and thinking, and so that's why I said, let me just go ahead and start my page and try to see what I can do with my platform. All right, every little make a muckle. That's what we used to say, or we still say it. You understand? Every little make a muckle. So everything come together, you know, yield big results, and that's what we want. We want positive outcome. All right, so I thought water was in this. Yeah. Oh, so if you're new, I'm Stacy. I'm originally from Jamaica. All right, originally from Jamaica, living in the States here. Came as an international nurse or a nurse. I did emergency nursing back in Jamaica for 4 years. Migrated to the States in 2016 and was working as an emergency room nurse. Went back to school, did my master's, working as a house call nurse practitioner now. So I have a lot of flexibility with my time. And in the meantime, I'm doing, you know, content creation. It's a lot of work, not gonna lie. Not gonna make it seem like it's, you know, it's a lot of work. Content creation is a lot of work, especially if you're not doing it full time. It takes up a lot of your time. So it's a lot of work, but in the meantime, I still do it. I do study sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. This Tuesday, as I say, I'm not going to be doing any because my mind is in another country. It's back home. My body is here in Texas, but my mind, yeah, is down that side. So I'm going to take the time off and just keep focusing on Jamaica for tonight as well. And then, so we do that study session. We do, it's a little bit detailed where we go through the questions and make sure we understand it, look at the different rationales, and try to just pick your brain regarding certain things regarding the question as well. I want to talk a lot with nurses, have them share their stories, and on the page, like a podcast, but not really so much of a podcast. I want it to be a little bit more relaxed, and, you know, I guess, yeah, it's a podcast, you call it, yeah. And then from there, I want to do the foundation as well, where we can help and give back to different communities. So that's about it in a nutshell with my page, all right, and my background. As I say, I'm pretty transparent, so you can always go ahead and ask me any question as it relates to nursing, travel, and lifestyle, and I'll answer it. All the sessions that I have are free. You don't have to pay any money. You don't have to sign up for anything yet. Right, that's the ultimate goal of, you know, when you become a content creator. Eventually you'll have your shop, eventually you'll have, you know, books, you'll have classes, things like that. But as I say, I'm doing a lot right now. None of it is actually paid. You don't have to pay for anything. You just show up, you ask a ton of questions. Whatever question you want to ask, you ask it, I'll answer it, and that's about it. So nothing is, you know, you have to sign up for anything. And yeah, that's it. All right. Can you say hello on YT here, or can you just tap your screen a little for me, please? Just tap up your screen or give the video a thumbs up. That would be nice. I wish part this, know, dear Father. Where is this? Let's see where this is. Oh. Oh. Why does this look like a hospital? So. Oh, because I said this look like a hospital. So this is at Black River Hospital. Black River Hospital. Oh Lord. Ooh. Oi. No sir. Oh my word. Oh my. So this is at one of those hospitals in Jamaica. Yeah. Black River Hospital. Oh my goodness. The light wires are going down. The roofing are come down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Black River get it real hard. So this is Black River Hospital in St. Elizabeth. As I said, I think the eye of the storm just hit Jamaica. And this is going to be one of the areas that is going to be badly damaged. This parish there. Oh Lord, I'm having goosebumps. I'm in Jamaica. I'm having goosebumps. I don't know. Yeah. So this is the Black River Hospital in St. Elizabeth. So I think around 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, they said that it's actually gonna leave the country. It's forecasted to leave the country. Oh, and this is the gate at Mandeville Hospital. And then this one is the hospital that I was working at. So this is the entrance of that hospital back in Manchester. So it's all flooded. That's all water on the oh my word. Yeah. So the hospital is inaccessible due to flooding. Oh, Lord. Yeah, you just have to pray up the people them down there. You just have to pray the folks up. And we just have to leave the remainder of it up to God. Yeah. That's just it. Yeah. All right. Where are you joining in from? Who is on the live here? Is this Miss Patsy on the live here? This is Miss Patsy on the live here. Okay. But yeah, it looks serious down in St. Elizabeth. Very, very serious in St. Elizabeth right about now. When I lie. It very, very serious in St. Elizabeth right now. I think the Flatbridge was it, but Flatbridge is not it. Flatbridge is not it. St. Elizabeth is the place that is getting all the battering right now. Lord. And then it's the hospital. That where I showed you a while ago was the hospital. One of the hospitals in Jamaica, one of the public hospitals. So just imagine You have persons who are sick there, and then, yeah. Oh God. Let's see who is. Okay. Well, the Prime Minister normally has his sorry. Thunder King. Yes, I am. I am a nurse. Sorry. Did my water finish? Yes, I am a nurse, originally from Jamaica. No, in the States here working. Where are you joining in from? Sorry. Where are you joining in from, Thunder King? And thank you for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. All right. I was working and I had a shutdown and my shoulder hurt when I tried to lift them up. I cook. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you're watching from the US? Okay. Okay, nice. Phil Cosby or Pill Cosby. You love Jamaica? Nice, yeah. Yeah, the way I deal with Terry. I am here watching watching all of the updates on hurricane. Let me show you a video someone sent me a while ago regarding Black River Hospital. So first, Mandeville Regional Hospital is impassable because there is so much water at the front. So it's impassable right now at Mandeville Regional Hospital. So this is on the Gleaner website. And hi Trinidad Rodriguez, welcome. How are you doing? And then someone sent me something from where's that group again? That is, oh goodness. Okay, so this is Black River Hospital. Alright, so this is Black River Hospital. So definitely go ahead and look at the GoFundMe page because these places are gonna need, not necessarily a hospital, but you have individuals who are gonna need assistance. Alright, so these are folks at the hospital. The family is doing okay so far, in Jamaica. And not so sure what the status is because I haven't heard from them for a little bit now. So I'm just hoping that they're okay. I know there was a lot of wind. So this is so this is in the hospital right now. I don't know if this section is the emergency room. Yeah, serious business. But St. Elizabeth is gonna be getting it the hardest because that's where the eye is passing through. So St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, that side. Some parts of Manchester probably getting a bit of it as well. So this is in St. Elizabeth at Black River Hospital. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do. Can only hope for the best, pray, and just, ask God to continue to protect them. And then, okay, And then they sent another one. This one. So this is a hospital. Still at the hospital in Black River. So, I don't know. This looks like the emergency room. The emergency room. And this is just the start of it. As I say, the hurricane just make landfall. So it's just the start of it. You have some persons whose house was, without certain structures. So I don't know what's happening to them right now. But Terry, go ahead and make sure you support my GoFundMe page, all right? So they created a GoFundMe page. Definitely go ahead and look at it. You can always circulate it to your friends, all right? And if they're in a position to help, they can always go ahead and do so. And there is also, we have the good old, the international, what do you call it again? You have the Red Cross Salvation Army. You also have Food for the Poor. All of those organized bodies that are out there, feel free to go ahead and contribute if you're not 100% up to my GoFundMe page, So feel free to use any of those because I'm sure international aid is going to be needed in Jamaica as well as in Haiti, and Cuba after this passage of the hurricane. So you can always feel free to go ahead and use those as well and contribute if you're in a position to do so because it's going to go a long way for those persons affected. All right. Yeah. So that's just it. What was I going to look for again? I was going to look up something a while ago. There is a massive breakaway in Bath in St. Thomas. Oh, there was somebody that I was following on TikTok. Okay, no problem. You're going on lunch. Okay, no problem. Probably soon go on lunch myself. Yeah, so that's just it. So I was actually just, charting. I never take the time out and go any work today because I wanted to just take the time out and focus on my people in Jamaica, in the Caribbean need to start changing the type of building material. I'm hoping America will lend a helping hand, but with this administration, expect nothing. I'm hoping that, they will revise certain things and then from there, definitely, yeah. That's the only thing we can do. But in terms of the concrete, I think the concretes are pretty good, right? The concrete structures are pretty good. We've been using the concrete structure for a while now. I think it's pretty good. I think with the weather patterns nowadays, I think it's climate change as well that is causing all of this. Some persons are saying other things. I don't know how true it is, but I know climate change is something that is making a big impact on how hurricanes and all of those are right now. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to find an update on the hurricane since it made impact. This is 3 hours ago. So the wind speed, the last time the wind speed was reported at 185 miles per hour. Yeah. It was reported at 185 miles per hour. Enter Jack, sliding into his morning. So it's a very, very strong, powerful hurricane. Very powerful hurricane. Michelle or Michael? Michael, how are you doing? What time is it? 1 o'clock? Yeah, I need to go and eat something. Try the OneNote. Do these checks and balances. In the past, you would send the U.S. Navy with food and medical supplies. You don't think they'll be doing that right now? You don't think they'll be doing that? You think it's a no-no? What's this? I don't really know what these icons on my little board for, you know. Yeah, I think probably if it is, you know, definitely impacted that way, if it's a lot of devastation from the hurricane, I think they will. I think they will. Unless they're gonna be using, you know, things in politics to play a role or make it be a factor in why they're not gonna be doing certain things. You know, sometimes you want something sign off and say kind of hold the people in hostage because of it. So unless they're gonna be using something, like probably they wanted to make a deal on something and then gonna be like, well, if you need help, we're gonna have to do this. I'm hoping it's not that petty thing they're gonna be doing. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's just
basically keeping up there too. Yes, I'm in Santa Cruz. And the hurricane's weakening slightly, right? You see the ice weakening, filling in. It's still extremely violent. High. It's going to visible. Okay, that's just absolutely.
Yeah. So apparently the hurricane is in Santa Cruz right now, Santa Cruz area. So I'm just hoping that's not gonna be the situation. Yeah. Oh. Oh my word, I wasn't expecting this. This is a house in Mandeville. I don't know if you're able to see. So this is one house here. This is the roof of one. No, sir. Look at this one. This house is covered entirely. Well, I'm staying home today because of the hurricane. Staying home today because of the hurricane. Oh my word. This is at Ward Avenue in Mandeville. Ward Avenue in Mandeville. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. Oh my goodness. And then their cars. I don't know if you're able to see this car. Oh, I forgot I can't turn the phone. All right. So there it is. So you see the rooftop? And then this is one house here. This is a car down there. So, oh my word. We saw this one already. This is the one with the, yeah. Was there any evacuation? I'm not so sure, you know. I'm not so sure I'm not so sure regarding Mandeville. So unless this, I don't know where in Mandeville this is. So unless this was in like, I don't know. Oh my word. Ward Avenue. I'm trying to think of where this is. So it looks like it's in one of those, like, you know, like one of the gully section. Like, you know, one of the gully section, you call it. That they probably building houses there. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I don't know how is it down by where I'm at. What's going on down there? Whew, Lord help me. I don't know. But this morning when I spoke with my brother, it was raining, but it wasn't raining heavily. The place was still, you know, windy, but there wasn't any water or anything that was, you know, pooling at any area. So I'm hoping it's not that bad. Oh God. Is family members or friends contacting you about the situation? I've like some friends over this side. I've been sending like messages. We've been communicating. But some of them don't even know whether or not, you know, like they would have spoken to them like early in the day. Some would have spoken to them like yesterday, because yesterday it wasn't bad around that side as yet. And they're from St. Elizabeth. So they would have heard from them. But then since the power outage, they haven't heard from them since day. I was able to hear from my brother because he turned off his phone and he has a little bit of a battery life. So I was able to hear from him and kind of he sent like 1 or 2 pictures. So it wasn't like bad this morning when I spoke with him. But other friends of mine, they're not able to communicate with their relatives because some places are without electricity. So, yeah. I know, as I say, in St. Elizabeth is one of the places that was really, really bad, badly damaged in Beryl about 2 years ago. And that's the same place my friend is from. That's where her, you know, grandparents are. So just to see the hospital now, just think of the wind, and they're still recovering from burial. So just think of the wind that is going against them now. It's just so sad. Oh Lord, I just want it to be over with. I think we've been sitting down watching and waiting on Melissa. I know we can't really rush it, you know, because we have no control over it, but I just wish it could just pass and just be done away with. Yeah, the anxiety is like, you know, creeping up a lot on us, and that's just it. Yeah. So as I say, I wasn't gonna go to work today because I couldn't do it. Does Jamaica have evacuation safe spots? Like you have different places that, you know, they say it's like evacuation zones, or and most of those are like, you know, when it comes onto the hospital, schools, things like those, community centers, they'll use those as like evacuation places. But then you have some community clinics or community centers that were still not fully repaired after burial. So that was some of the challenges that some persons were having, finding places to go for shelter. But no, most of the time are the schools. It's the schools, the community clinics or community centers, and the churches that we use a lot for, you know, safe spots after or during a hurricane or any natural disaster. Those are the locations. Outside of that, it might just be, you know, people just putting you up. You might just be in a position where you need to use your neighbor's house. Your neighbor just invite you over, and you just stay there for the time being. Yeah, so I know they had a few shelters, and I know they said there weren't, not in Manchester though. I don't know what the situation was like. I was looking at Kingston, where I was seeing videos being posted that they had shelters and persons were a little bit hesitant as to going in. So I don't know if in Mandeville, if there was any concerns, or, you know, there were shelters there and persons were not showing up. But like for that house, I'm thinking that probably those individuals thought it was safe. I don't know. I think they probably thought it was safe. So I'm assuming that they probably moved out, you know, when they noticed that the water was rising, and it wasn't something that took them by surprise. But that's the first time I'm seeing that amount of water though. Like, you know, in Jamaica, covering any house. Yeah. It would almost want to look like when I'm going to school, Northern Caribbean University. Like there's a space. This is Ward Avenue. Ward Avenue. I'm thinking where this could have been on the hill. I'm trying to figure out where this is. I'm trying to think of Mom T. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, so that was just it. Because Mandeville, Manchester is on a hill, you know, Mandeville is on a hill. So a lot of times you're not really thinking about flooding like that in the Mandeville area. Because, you know, they say it's on a hill. So you're just thinking that the water is going to run down into Spur Tree, Santa Cruz, that side. Yeah, or back in Maypen or whatever. But I guess that little area is a flood zone that they got missed. Mm-hmm. And then there are some persons who went on vacation, went down on vacation and not back as yet. They're stuck in Jamaica. I'm wondering, like, you know, what's going to happen with them. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with them in terms of when they'll be coming back. Because especially if they're in Montego Bay, I'm sure that there's a lot of flights in Kingston that were delayed. So I'm just hoping that there is not any, like, you know, damages to the airport, the airlines. So at least persons can get a chance to go back home. These people need to understand Jamaica is an island surrounded by all Caribbean. Exactly, exactly. I think I saw the news where they were telling the folks in Jamaica to leave the island. You saw that Fox News? Oh Lord. Yeah, but that's just that's just it. I'm sure the airports are closed. Yeah, definitely they're closed. I'm just hoping that there is not much damage, because I remember, where was it? I don't remember where that had the hurricane, and you look at the airport and all the planes were underwater. The planes were underwater, and I'm like, no, I'm hoping that's not the situation. As I say, Kingston looks, even though it's still windy, I think Kingston is kind of not so out of it, but in terms of the tropical storm, they'll be still getting tropical storm weather, which is like it's still, you know, the rain and the wind, but it's not going to be the high speed because it has gone all the way over to the western part of the parish. So it's going to be going through the parish of, I think they've said that it's going to go through, so it's going to be through St. Elizabeth. You're thinking about Westmoreland, some parts of Hanover as well, and going up into St. Anne. That's where it's projecting. So you'll still have, like, you know, the outer bands. The outer bands still giving a certain amount of speed because it's a huge system. there, but in terms of like, you know, for the remainder of the parish or the country, you'll still have like, you know, rain and wind, but it's not going to be as bad as the other areas that are like, you know, in that one, what is the 185 radius thereabout. So that's just it. You're gonna have some areas that are getting the full extent of the hurricane force wind, but they're not gonna get it for the entire, like say 6 hours from now until 2 o'clock. No, they're expecting to kind of slow down a little, and then I think upon leaving, it's gonna increase back in its speed. So they said that I think it's gonna be like downgrading to like a category 4 while it's in the parish itself, and like, you know, going through the different parishes there. I think they're forecasted to go like down to like probably like a category 4 with the wind speed and everything, and then by the time, you know, probably it's still going to be going back up to a category 5. So yeah, but that's just it. I'm hoping that it's not going to be anything significant in terms of the damages. It's just that those parishes, especially St. Elizabeth, you know, they got a really, really bad, um, their aftermath was awful. So that's just it. House of A, welcome. How are you doing? What time is it? 1:22. Yeah. Um, um, okay. Yeah, so it's just more like food and water. Thinking about electricity being out, things like that. And then I hear about the looting. Like, I don't know what was happening. And then sometimes we complain and we ask God why. And at the end of the day, it's because of the same foolishness that we keep up every time. You understand? You have people still taking things that don't belong to them. You know, this at the end, you know, in a hurricane category 5. Who have time to sit down and think about other people's property? Focus on your things. I hear about, like, you know, some looting that is going on in, I don't remember which parish. You understand? I'm from Trinidad. Any other islands it will hit in the Caribbean. I just know that after it leaves, you know, I think it's projected to go to Cuba. Some parts of Cuba are gonna be getting it. I don't know if Bermuda, based on where, you know, the cone, where they were showing the cone, I don't remember if Bermuda was like one of them, or they were thinking that the cold front is gonna come down and kind of help with it dying out. I don't know. But that was the only one that they were talking about in greater detail, Cuba, because it went through, you had, you know, you had effects in Haiti already. You had some parts of Haiti that was getting like a lot of rain and wind, and so that was just it. And then it came into the Caribbean, into Jamaica, I mean, and we're getting it, and then it's gonna go up to Cuba, and then from there. Yeah, I don't remember Trinidad on the what some of these people they have exactly. I don't know what's up with them. Renorta, welcome. I don't know what's up with them. Like, and then sometimes things happen and we're wondering how or why. It's because of these kind of behavior. It's because of some of these behaviors that we have. Yeah. Hi Kiki, how are you doing? I'm gonna try and do this chart. Oh, let me text. Ouch. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, remember to go ahead and tap up the live. All right. We don't have a topic right now. Today is another down time. You know, an off day for me because you know we have not tropical storm because it's not a storm anymore. Even though here they're using it, but it's a hurricane. We have a hurricane that is in Jamaica right now, so I'm taking the time off to be with my people. You understand? So I'm riding out the storm with them from here. Yeah, I just feel as though I'm not gonna be so focused when I'm out there today. So I said, let me just hang out here and just talk a little bit to kind of clear my mind up a bit. So your situation is just basically on standby, getting news reports from family members and friends. Exactly. Just waiting for that one little call, or not really a call, because I don't want him to use up too much of his, data, but a text message. So we have a group chat with my sisters and all, because my sisters are in Jamaica as well. So just the one little message to say, okay, then I'm doing good, or electricity, this kind of thing, to see how they're doing and keep us posted on what's happening. So until I was trying to see if we could do it on the dot, like, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, but it wasn't working out. So yeah. See. Hi, Michael Cruz. Welcome. How are you doing? He's doing well, he's doing well. He started the new school, and I thought it was going to be a bit of a challenge, but nah. He came home and he was like, oh, I love school. I said, why do you love school? He says that he loves school because it's big, and he gets a tablet. I think the tablet catch him. Yeah, he loves the tablet. So he says that he gets a tablet. He also likes it because his teacher teaches a lot. I was like, I thought you were being taught the same thing at school, but he says that the teacher teaches a lot of subjects. I'm like, okay. What else? He loves his teacher. So I asked him if he wanted to go back to the other school. And he's like, nah, it's okay. Miss Thomas can stay at that school. I'm gonna be at this school, big boy school. I'm like, okay. Sorry. So I think he loves it. He loves it there. So not complaining. I need some more water. Sorry. Yeah. So today's pajama day. Pajama day. Every day they have, like, almost not every day, but they have so many days that is like, I think yesterday was cowboy hat day. I never get the memo, so he never went to school with no cowboy hat. Today is pajama day. So he's like, Mommy, I need to wear pajama. I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, teacher said I'm supposed to. I'm like, okay, then fine. So he went in today with his pajama. So they have so many things. Like, you have to be like on top of things with these emails that they're sending you out. And sometimes I don't see the emails in time. It's not like they're sending home with a little piece of paper to say that, as I talk about that, to say that, it needs to bring this to school tomorrow or the next day. No, they're not doing that. You have to go on the phone to be checking in. So remember, they sent me a link for a classroom. So I have to sign up for that classroom to communicate with the teacher or see what's on the... communicate with the teacher or see the class information. So this is it. So it's like they have a app for the district, and then this is his class. It will tell you what they do from like 7:40 to 8:05. He goes to school for 8:10. No, Terry. No. I'll let him do something different. All right. So they'll have these little things here. And I guess if you need to talk to them regarding anything, you can always text the teacher. And then from there, yeah, he's not going to be any, I don't even think they're paid that well. So, and it's not even about the pay. It's not about the pay. It's more of, I just want to keep him safe. Not saying that they're not keeping each other safe there, but when it comes on to the Navy and all, Army, being a police officer, I'm never a fan of. I'm not a fan of it for some strange reason. Yeah, I don't want to be sitting down being worried about my little boy out there, and so that's just it. Thinking ahead. I don't want it to be a case where I'm there thinking, oh, they're gonna, deploy him, and no, I don't want that headache. So I'll try to keep him away from that area. Yeah. Well, not really. So taking care of business, I don't want to seem like, but if I don't have to introduce him from early to that side of things, where he's gonna find himself, loving the uniform from early or wanting to fly, a fighter aircraft, things like those. If I can stay away from that, no. I don't know if you've heard about the story of there was this lady. She couldn't read or write. She has 6 children, but for each of her kids, what she would do is she would normally buy a medical book, and she would sit down. She can't read it and she can't write. So what she does is she'll sit down and she'll open the book and she'll put it on her tummy, because she wanted all of them to be a doctor. And that is what she did. She would buy the newspaper. She can't read the newspaper. And I was told that sometimes person will go and see her and she's there with the newspaper, and the newspaper will be upside down, but she's still reading, because she wanted her children to be like, the smartest. And all 6 of them came out to become doctors. And it's no joke. So, whatever direction you want them to go in, you can always, provide certain items to kind of put them into that area, make them feel a little more comfortable and love it. So I know definitely I'm not buying any soldier this, any army this. Yeah, no, he can buy it on his own later on. So yeah, so I'll get him anything else, but I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh, I'm gonna get a play, a toy GUN. No, I'm not buying a toy GUN, nothing at all. Even if it is like water coming out of it, no, we're not doing any of those, because I don't want it to feel as though, nah. So I'll keep him in the direction of anything else that he wants to do. But in terms of the Army and Navy and, fighter jets and all of those things, no, we're not gonna do that one. Yeah, mothers just want to keep their kids safe. I want to keep them safe. And the other thing is, I see a lot of folks or veterans that, I treat a lot of veterans, all right? I do treat a lot of them. And I'm not really, they get their medications and everything, but I think they could be getting more done. A lot of things are being withheld from some of them, and they definitely need, I have a patient that definitely needs physiotherapy. He got injured on the job while he was in the Army. And in terms of physiotherapy, things like that, getting approval for a mobilized, a motorized wheelchair sometimes can be a bit of a challenge for them as well. And they need it. So I just feel as though after a while, you go out and you do this really good service and you're not being compensated well. And at the end of the day, the healthcare is not that. It's supposed to be good, and it's good on, to the naked eye, but when you need some other things, deep down you can't really get certain things approved. It's a bit of a challenge, and that's just some of the challenges I realize that a lot of the patients who are veterans, they do face. And I just feel sorry for them. Come here, say, look at this. You go out and you do how many years? The least you could be, could be getting is everything that you need at the end of the day. Because if you've suffered an injury on the job while you're in the army, you're serving, everything should be done without, you know, you having to do certain amount of paperwork or waiting for tons of approvals, things like those. Remember recruiting commercials on TV that he may see. Yeah, I know. Eventually, as I say, you know, as he gets older, you know, watching TV and seeing all of these things, I don't know if he'll have a change of heart, or if probably when I say to him, hey, sorry, and I don't think I wanted to do that, he will just probably like, you know, dismiss it entirely. I'm like, okay, then I'll do this as a second choice, you know, so. And then the advertisement online, the advertisements are so like, you know, when you see them, it's not like it's asking for you to do a lot to join the army. It's not asking you to do a lot, you know. No, it's like so easy to get in. It's not asking you to do much. Just the other part, you know, the other part to it. The access. I'm 80% disabled. Sorry to hear that, Terry. Okay. And that's from the army, from the time you were in the army. Jalissa, welcome. How are you? Yeah. Sorry. I need to go and get some water. I'm gonna get some water. Or else I'm gonna keep on coughing. Give me a minute or two, please. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All righty. So a lot of persons are calling in, not calling in me, but they're calling in. They're having this live stream going on where persons are talking about what's happening. So television, Jamaica, live streaming now. Definitely, Terry. Make sure you use up all of those benefits. You have to. All right, so that's a 21 hours ago. Okay. Round about 8 o'clock this morning, now my mom just told me that the front of her house is gone, currently leaking. So it's moving from the front to the road. Yeah, so there's a lot of, like it as I say, it's touched down now. The hurricane has touched down, and new building St. Elizabeth is a wreck. A lot of buildings have been destroyed. Hanover is getting it. Westmoreland is flat. Update from Westmoreland, it's terrible. Oh Lord. Brownstone St. Anne no look good. Trying to get in touch with when we did pass Trelawney. And that is that 4 hours ago they were doing that. What time was this? Oh Lord. Every tree in my yard drop down. Little most my mango tree drop on the house. So can you see my picture? Yeah, I can see a picture. I'd have to kind of probably go on your page and zoom in to see exactly. Oh Lord. Yahweh, how far is your house from the tree? I'm trying to reach out to my family there. Should have come back onto the website here and become I can't bother with the bad news. I cannot deal with the bad news. Today's what date? Today's what date? 28th? Oh Lord. Let me see if I can find back. See Jamaica live. I don't think I have any coverage for St. Elizabeth. So that's Rio Cobre. Okay, I don't know where this live stream, Kingston. Alright, so it's a Kingston. I said I don't want to see Kingston, but yeah. I'm not saying I don't want to see Kingston, but I want to see somewhere in where is this? I think probably is this St. Elizabeth? I don't know where this is. Oh, which rooftop? And then they have some persons in the chat, you know, sometimes they're saying some things and you're wondering what is going on. Like they're just getting people scared as well, just by what they're typing in. Oh God. Do we have anybody from Jamaica on the live here? I doubt it. Probably. Alright, so it's 1:40 p.m. That's what they're saying, the best behind. Okay. Alright, I'm not seeing anything on that one. This is halfway tree. I want to see anything that is in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, that side to kind of have an idea of what is happening. Okay, so Television Jamaica just put out a 4 minutes ago, all of Jamaica experiencing effects of hurricane.
See the impact of your lifestyle?
Good afternoon.
Oh, this is old
Welcome
news.
to this extended edition of the Midday News. Here's what we have in the bulletin. Hurricane Melissa to make landfall later today. Thieves struck as
All right, AccuWeather.
Coverage continues now as we check in with storm chaser Bryce Shelton. He joins us live from Jamaica.
So he's live in Jamaica, but he's in Kingston. The eye of the storm is going Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'm actually in Manville right now, kind of up on some elevation here. So
Oh, he's in Mandeville. He's in Mandeville.
that's actually enhancing the winds a little bit, I do believe. We're gusting to almost 80 now. It's steadily increasing as well, seeing some roof damage and obviously some trees and power lines down as well.
And could you talk about the, and you're looking live right now in Kingston, Jamaica, as we talk to Bryce here. Can you talk about how sparse or how populated the area is that you're located?
That's in
Manville is actually
Kingston.
a larger city here in southern Jamaica, and it looks like a lot of people stayed behind. There's not a lot of people out on the streets, but you can tell that people stayed behind. You see their vehicles at the houses, and sometimes you can see the lights on with the generators and such.
And can you talk about, have you seen much
We're
damage?
talking about Manchester, but they're showing
in any of the locations
Kingston.
that you've been in.
Right, yeah, there is no electricity. We actually lost electricity around probably 10 o'clock last night, and that was for citywide pretty much. But the extent of the damage right now, as you can see, some roofs peeling off and quite a bit of tree damage and a lot of power lines down across the city here.
Well, have you seen any flooding? And of course, you might be in an area that doesn't have any rivers or streams.
So a lot of roof damage, wires down, power outage. Yeah, I'll check back with you later. Okay, no problem, not a problem. Thank you. All right. Okay, no problem. So this is AccuWeather in Jamaica.
Any of that in your travels right now?
Yeah, actually, just to the west of here in Spur Tree, there is a very steep grade, and we're starting to see some rocks sliding off of that grade, so worrying about a landslide threat there.
And could you talk to our viewers? What are your personal thoughts as you get ready? Landfall is imminent. Now, it looks to me like the center of the circulation, the worst winds, probably going to be just off to your west. There's been a north turn in the last hour or so, but that you're still going to be in the right front quadrant of the hurricane. The worst part of the hurricane, and again, you can see for our viewers, that jog to the north has put Treasure Beach, though, unfortunately, in the worst storm surge. Now, Bryce is at around 2,000 feet, but you're going to get into that right front quadrant. I mean, how are you feeling as this Category 5 hurricane moves just off to your west?
Yeah, with that western shift, it definitely is going to take the strongest winds a little bit west, but as I mentioned earlier, the elevation is going to help enhance the winds here in Manville, especially over the next hour to 3 hours. I do believe we're going to see a pretty substantial increase in the wind gust here.
All right, well, we want you to stay safe as we go forward.
Oh, Lord.
And we'll be talking with you again. Storm Chaser Bryce Shelton, thanks for joining us. Stay safe, my friend, and we will be in touch.
And that was in Mandeville, Manchester. That was what? An hour ago? Yeah. Okay, I guess there is not much footages for St. Elizabeth side. Yeah, not much footages coming out of St. Elizabeth side. So I guess we just have to wait until, oh, let me see, there must be, oh Jesus, this is the hospital in Sav. Oh, Santa Cruz. Let me see. Oh my word, this is bad. This is bad. Look like hail falling as well. Let me show you. And this is in Santa Cruz. This is in Santa Cruz. This is Burnt Ground, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth.
Have mercy, God. Look on the road. I rode that, no? I rode that people, for Burnt Ground, I rode that. That is the road. Have mercy, God. You will have a... I'm in front of my gate, that. Look there. Jesus, have mercy, God. Look on the road. I rode that. I'm in front of my gate, that. Look there. Jesus, have mercy, God. Look on the road. I rode that, no? I rode that people, for Burnt Ground, I rode that. That is the road. Have mercy, God. You will have a...
Yeah. Oh Lord, as I say, you just have to pray. Whisper a prayer. Where is this? This is a hospital in Sav. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, so that is Savlamar Hospital. Alright. I just wanted to pass and go. Just hope that everybody is safe. Oh my word.
Right now, helping out.
Oh my word. And then,
This catastrophe. We are grateful for the patience of the community who are rendering assistance right now, helping out. Watch your word, people. Watch your word, people. Yes, people. Tap up the live people and share the live people. Please, I'm asking you. This is the Plantain Garden River. And we're in the community and the district of Bad St. Thomas, the Plantain Garden River.
oh,
And we are
Bath. I
also
drove through there the
awaiting
other day when
to
I
see
went to
what the
St.
island river.
Thomas.
Look, there are people, see the cars going, people, the light post. Look at people. I
You
told
see?
you it's going, people. The whole community is going to go, people. Look at it. Look what's happening now, people. Tap up the live people and share the live people. See, that's a car. It's leaving, more people. See there, people? See what's happening on the car. So, people, there's an opening now. There's an entrance for the community of Bath to be washed away. Because that's where all in the first part of it. And now, as we stand here and we see what is happening, people, once that is removed, then it's heading straight into the community of Bath, Bottom Yard, St. Thomas. The shelter is now in danger. The shelter where the people are at Bath community is in danger. Because now the water is going to be overflowing over in the community where the shelter is. We have another shelter by the top. I hope the people will know after we remove from the shelter that they are in up at Ginger Hall.
Oh Lord. Santa Cruz. Lord, that's a lot. That's a lot. Alright, I'm gonna put on my phone for a little bit here. I'm gonna put down the phones a little. Come off of the internet a little bit because it's just depressing. Adrian, peace and love and happiness come with your energy. How are you doing? I am doing good. I am good. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing so. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. And I hate the fact that people are risking them life right about now for tops and roses. Like it annoying me. It's annoying me. Like, at what point do we stop with the tops and roses? I understand that people need to see and me want to see, but it's not at the,
1K likes for D-Man.
Not sure.
Before I leave here. Give me the 1K before I leave here.
Him want 1K before him leave there, so. You hear anything like that yet? This don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. This tops.
Thank you. Keep pushing the like button. Keep pushing it.
Keep pushing the like button. Not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. But you have some persons who are just, doing their thing. Time to pick up my son. Can't believe it's the end of the day already. Can you believe it? I need to call these people. All right. Where's that phone? All right, I am gonna end the live now. I will see you in a bit. I'm gonna call this nursing body to get one of my accounts sorted out, to get my renewal for my trauma certification going, because that's a bit of a challenge right now, because apparently I have too many accounts with them that were created not by me, but Yeah, so I need to call them so they can merge the accounts. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna pick up my son afterwards. All right, so I will talk with you later on. Thank you so much for tuning in and making the Think Nursing page. All right, as I say, check out the GoFundMe page. You can also go ahead and tap up the live, repost, share. What else? Repost, share, comment, like, and just continue praying for the folks in, you know, in the Caribbean, in Jamaica. All right, and ask that the Lord will continue to protect them as they go through one of the worst days of their life. All right, until then, I will see you in a bit. All right, bye.